What's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. Today we're doing another informational video. Gather round, hark, lend an ear. How to counterpick in Marvel Rivals. You find yourself, suddenly winning at the start of a game and then something happens, you're not sure what. Maybe they switched a couple characters and now you're getting absolutely stomped. I'd like to share with you the art of the counterpick. First, from a theoretical and metaphysical standpoint, what is a counterpick? Well, it's finding the weakness of a character you're playing against, and then picking a character that can easily exploit that weakness. It sounds easy enough, but unless you've devoted hundreds of hours to this slop fest of a game, you probably don't have all of them on hand, which is where the art of the counterpick tier list comes in. So today I'd like to share with you a couple of top meta threats, annoying characters that can feel a bit unfair sometimes to fight against, and how to counterpick them. Okay, starting things off with Hulk. I see Hulk banned a lot. See people complaining about Hulk a lot. Oh, this Hulk's OP, how do I beat this Hulk? Well, I've got a couple counterpicks for the Incredible Hulk here. Up first, I think Hulk's best counter is going to be the Emma Frost. She can just simply grab him, choke slam him into the ground, and you kind of just fall over if you get too close to her. Next up, the Punisher kind of counters the Hulk. You pull out your shotgun, he pulls out his fists. You're gonna win that fight. And then if you don't have the hands or aim or simple neuron activation for either of these characters, a humble Squirrel Girl can make do. You hit Hulk with your root nut, and then hit him with another one. He really ain't going nowhere. I'd recommend these picks to counter the Hulk. Next up, Moon Knight. See a lot of you, no offense, you bronzies complaining about Moon Knight. Moon Knight's OP, Moon Knight's so good. How do I counter Moon Knight? Well, let me open your eyes to the flyers. You tired of losing to Moon Knight because you're just standing on the ground, feeble, no movement abilities? Try picking Human Torch, or Ultron, Iron Man. I would even say like Magik kind of counters Moon Knight, Iron Fist, Hela. Anybody that can fly, or anybody that has range, or really any other duelist in the game. Honestly, Phoenix. I'd say about all of these characters counter Moon Knight, Psylocke even. If you're having trouble with the Moon Knight, go one of these characters. Simply fly above him, he won't really be able to hit you too well. Or kind of pick like a ranged duelist or like a good flank and just pull up on him, give him the smoke. Panther even. That's how you counter Moon Knight. He really loses all 1v1s if you bring it to him, so just bring it to him. Don't be scared. Just pull up on him, coward. Alright, next up, Squirrel Girl. A lot of people having trouble with Squirrel Girl. Sometimes she can feel like an unstoppable beast, but I'm going to kind of put her into the Moon Knight category, where simply picking a flying character, Squirrel Girl really can't do too much to you. If you're in the air, flying around, zip zap, zippity zooping, she really ain't gonna do too much to you. And then I'm also gonna throw Captain America in here. Captain, you just pull up on her with your shield raised, and there really ain't a whole lot old Squirrel Girl can do about it. Having trouble with the Squirrel Girl, pick a flyer, or maybe Captain America. Angela too, I guess she could fly. Throw her in there. Alright, next up, Iron Man. A lot of, probably your regular folk, your just average Joe gamers. I've felt this at some points myself. Have trouble fighting Iron Man. How do you counter Iron Man? Well, that's going to be your Hellas, your Phoenixes, your kind of point and shoot characters, your point and clicks. Spider-Man. I'm going to even say Luna Snow can just dink him out of the sky. If you got aim like that on Luna, just bink, bink, bink. He's kind of cooked. And I'll even throw in like an Ultron in there. I feel like Ultron, if you keep your distance, can kind of counter Iron Man, poke him out of the sky. These are what I'd recommend for some Iron Man counters. Spider-Man and Hela really just shut him down, and then Phoenix, Luna, Ultron, they work pretty well as well. Next up on the list here, everybody's favorite character to play against, the Black Panther. How do you counter Panther? He's running haywire in your backline, killing everybody. What do you do? I'd recommend first and foremost, stop being on the ground, be up in the sky, a flying character. You don't like flying in the sky? That's alright, try Mr. Fantastic out. I find he kind of counters the Panther. You probably already know this one, the Namor. Oh, they've got a crazy flank. Just kind of go Namor. You let your turrets do all the hard work. And then he can kind of wall run a little bit, but Panther in the air isn't the scariest. So once again, kind of pick your flyers, your Iron Man, your Torch. These are what I'd recommend if you're kind of getting destroyed by a Panther. Get up in the sky or go like an anti-dive, anti-flank character. Next up, Scarlet Witch. Are you getting dumpstered by a Scarlet Witch thinking, oh, what is this bullshit no aim character? Here's what I like to play against Scarlet Witch. I find Mr. Fantastic really just wins that duel. Neither of these characters you really have to aim too much. Mr. Fantastic just wins the engagement 9 times out of 10. Hulk. I like playing Hulk against Scarlet because you simply just pull up on her. She does a little dash. You pull up on her again. She does a little dash. You just keep pulling up and suddenly she's out of dashes. I like the Thing as well. You can kind of do a similar thing to Hulk where you just jump to her and punch her in the head. And last up, I like the Cloak and Dagger against Scarlet because you put down your heal bubble and you kind of just win the duel against Scarlet. She doesn't have a heal bubble. These are the Scarlet counters that I like, Comment down below, what do you like playing against Scarlet Witch? I find these to work pretty well. Next up, Groot. Groot can feel a bit overbearing sometimes. You're like, how do we kill this Groot? Well, there's really one big answer, and that is Wolverine. Wolverine counters Groot very hard. If you're having trouble with Groot, I'd suggest picking up and learning the Wolverine. Other honorable mentions, any character that can fly. Groot has a limited range. If you're up in the sky, he really can't reach you. So Wolverine or any of the flyers, really your best way to counter Groot. Are you tired of getting absolutely ran through by Captain America? On your left? I'm on your left. How do you counter the Captain? Well, once again, he's one of those characters that kind of sits on the ground and has limited range, so broken record over here. That's going to be Human Torch, Ultron, Iron Man, Storm. And I want to give an honorable mention to Rocket Raccoon as well. You can kind of just scurry up a wall, and there's not a whole lot Captain America can really do about that most of the time. Just get to scurrying up that wall. Right, a few more. These are kind of just the top picks that I find really dominating a lot and have pretty notable counters. Wolverine. Wolverine can really wreak havoc. He's one of the most banned characters. How do you counter him? Well, broken record over here. He's on the ground and has limited range. So what do we love playing against those characters? That's right, it's the flyers. Simply, you gotta learn how to fly. And if you're thinking, oh, we don't have a tank, Wolverine counters all the tanks. He kind of does counter all the tanks. Your best bet's probably going to be the Thing. Wolverine kind of might still fuck you up a little bit, but if you got to go a tank against Wolf, I'm gonna recommend the Thing. Last up, highest win rate character, by the way. On paper, the character that you'd most likely need to counter. That's going to be Magik. Believe it or not, Magik's got the highest win rate. Kind of crazy. Again, old Rusty over here. Just get up in that sky. I know you ground boys love 2 feet on the earth, feeling stable and secure. But I recently converted one of my ground boy friends into a flyer. I said, look, just pretend you don't have to fly. And they're like, oh, that ain't so bad. And flying's actually kind of fun. So, character on the ground, go flyer. Those are kind of the big threats I see just running away with the game a lot. The real dominant forces. And how to counter them. I hope you've enjoyed this how to counter tier list. How about you counter the YouTube algorithm and smash that subscribe button if you've enjoyed. Leave a like if you like it. Comment down below what character gives you troubles and what do you like to pick to counter it. I'm going to throw one more in there too. Spider-Man. I think everybody knows this one. Oh, they have Spider-Man. They have Spider-Man. What do we pick to counter it? The Namor. I think Namor is really your best bet. Mr. Fantastic kind of counters it too. I'd pick one of these guys. Maybe even a Bucky. A little bit of buckshot in there. One of these guys is probably your best bet on fighting against Spider-Man. That's it. That's the list. That's the tier list. That's the counter list. How do I counter these characters? Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time.